Hi, happy Tuesday. We didn't really get very far yesterday in the Gospel of John because, well, I can't help talking about Lazarus and his relationship with Jesus and the cosmic Christ and first-hand witness of Jesus as God. It's stunning, but what it's going to lead us to today is more and more evidence as to why that's the case. Let's look. It's great. John chapter 11, verse 45. Many of the Jews, therefore, who had come with Mary and had seen what Jesus did, believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what he had done. So, yeah, you might believe that he is the Son of God if he raised Lazarus, who you knew was completely dead, not a little bit dead, not sort of dead, not like passed out and woke up a little bit later, but dead, stone cold dead. And Jesus calls him out. You believe in him, right? You've already heard about him, and now you believe in him. But some of them, this is so interesting. So some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Well, so that could mean a lot of things. That could mean like, you got to see what this guy did. Or it could mean, you got to see what this guy did. This is trouble for us. Why? If you have a person who can feed 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish, if you have a person who can walk on water, if you have a person who can heal a blind man, if you have a person that can raise somebody from the dead, you have in your presence the most powerful person that's ever lived. And, well, indeed that's true. But what's so amazing about this, what's so amazing about Jesus and the Gospel of John is that power that Jesus can exert, small potatoes. It's not even why he came. So it's not even the point. The point is how we live as eternal beings, right? How he says, we'll even do greater things than these. I think right now, this time, we need to be people that do greater things. We're people made for greater things. Different point. So they go and tell the Pharisees, either out of excitement or out of fear. Verse 47. So the chief priests and the Pharisees call a meeting of the council, and they said, what are we to do? This man is performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans will come and destroy both our holy places and our nation. So they're afraid. It's normal to be afraid, right? They're afraid of his power. They're afraid of the following that he will generate. They're afraid that the Romans will come. And one of them, and they love their places, right? They love their nation. And they have an uneasy but a real truce. They're let to worship God. That matters. You can't blame these Pharisees for that concern. They have a responsibility to their people. They have a responsibility to their holy places, right? Where people come and prayed, and they prayed in the past and they'll pray in the future. And this man, well, there's a risk that he could dislocate that. We know he does. But one of them, verse 49, Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, said, you know nothing at all. You do not understand that it is better for you to have one man die for the people than to have the whole nation destroyed. It's better to have one man die than the whole nation destroyed. Sacrificial lamb, right? Jesus, that's a term that people come to know him by. He is the sacrificial lamb. It is also prophetic in a sense, because that's what happens. Jesus gives his life for the entire world, right? Jesus dies for all of our sins. The high priest, in a sense, called it. Well, it says it right here in verse 51. Caiaphas did not say this on his own, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus was about to die for the nation, and not for the nation only, but to gather into one the dispersed children of God. Okay. So come on, Lazarus, when he's writing this, it's already happened. So he's writing it back in. But he tells what Jesus' death does. It unites the world. That's what Jesus came to do, to unite all of us. Right? In love with each other, brothers and sisters. When we do not do that, we are a sinful nation and a sinful people. And things don't go right. Because God calls us, when we align our lives with God's desire, when we align our communities with God's desire, when we align our nations with God's desire, then we're in a rhythm and pattern that is healthy and holy and beautiful. So it says here, I'll reread that. And not only for the nation only, but to gather into one the dispersed children of God, all children. So from that day on, they planned to kill him. So the die is cast, and Jesus' life's on the line. We'll leave it there. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. But think about that, and think about the wisdom turned prophetic, turned world-changing. And think about where your life is unified with the world, where your community is unified with other communities, and where it's not. I pray for you, think about you, I love you, and peace upon your souls.